All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Armin Shaffi. I'm the creator of Speak and Get Clients. And today I got such a great interview coming towards you because I'm excited to be here with one of our SGC students. His name is Byron. And we're going to talk about how we went from going into a whole new world of marketing through automated presentations, the way we teach it in SGC, and taking them from someone who had no idea how to do this to building and crafting an amazing automated presentation that's opened up a whole new avenue of clients and a pool of prospects for him all over again in his business. So thanks for coming, Byron. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Well, thank you for getting on, man. You're so busy. It took us weeks to just book you in. Cool, man. So why don't we start by you telling us kind of what your name is and what you do?
Sure. So my name is Byron Pass. I own an insurance agency out in Oakville, Ontario. And I've been coaching people in the life insurance business for close to 20 years now, believe it or not. Yeah, I mean, I love what I do. I love coaching people. I love taking people from 0 to 100 in our industry, and I'm very grateful to have actually learned, as you mentioned, what I learned from your program, and I'm excited for the future for sure.
Cool, man. Cool. So, can I ask you a question? Before you joined SGC and started working with me and my team, what was like the main problem you were having that you thought SGC could help you with?
That's a great question. I think that what I can definitely credit your team and you to have brought to my business is, just to be able to focus on a whole new segment to bring more clients and prospects for me to grow my coaching business. Obviously, I'm in the life insurance business, right? So that's our focus. But thanks to what I learned from you and being able to automate that, actually, it's done once. It's not easy to do without, any guidance, and that's where your team came in and yourself. So, I would credit that the number one challenge that you help us solve is pretty much creating a whole new avenue for us to, grow our business, get more clients, get more prospects, etc. Yeah.
Cool. Just through a new presentation model and an automated version too. So let me ask you this, Byron, as you worked with us through the weeks and the months, what about the process or working with us was so effective to you? Like what'd you love about it the most that helped it easier to just kind of do what we were saying and go through our method?
The coaching calls, I think, are huge. So the weekly coaching calls that I attended definitely gave me the direction. And, everybody has a blind spot. And that's why it's called blind spot. You're not supposed to see it. You need another set of eyes to look at what you're doing and to give you, the sound direction you need. Otherwise, man, you're just going to bump into obstacles. And I'm all good for obstacles or learning from one's mistakes, but it's so much better when you have someone that can just, get you out of the traffic jam onto the express lane, and I think that's what, the coaching calls did, I remember my second coaching call, how I just had it wrong, how I was going about it, the whole design of the presentation, it was just wrong. It's just not going to work, and I was so glad to be called out on it that it's just wrong, and if I tell you these eggs are rotten, you're not going to make an omelet, right? And that's pretty much what you said to me. These eggs are rotten, don't make an omelet and eat it, right? So having your time, your attention on those calls, and to say, you're on a dead end street right here, get out of it and get back on the freeway. I think that's huge value. For sure.
Yeah. I remember every time we got on the call, like the first coaching call ever where you came on with your presentation, I'm like, dude, what is this? You're like, this is what I created. And now you fast forward, you worked, I got to give you credit. You worked hard, man. Cause you would go back and fix it, come back. I'd watch it. I'd be like, all right, it's a little bit better, but do this. You go back, come back, and all the improvements were good. And over time, I almost want to create like an evolutionary time clip to show how it grew over time. Because the last thing, which was about a month ago, you came on a call and I saw it. I remember I was like, someone give this guy a drink. You hit home. This is a great webinar. Yeah. The growth was insane to see how it transformed over time. But you did a great job, man. You did a great job. Let me ask you this, a while back when you were thinking about, doing the programs, like what about SGC and me, like caught your attention that you chose to do this program over any other program for learning how to build a presentation out?
That's an easy answer for me, man. For me, it's trust, right? If I feel I can trust the person, actually, right? Then I'm gonna give them a shot, right? And I just think that after speaking to you twice, actually, right? And obviously I saw your training online on Facebook, right? And that was long before, right? I scheduled a call, but to me, it's an easy answer. It's trust, right?
Yeah.
And I don't regret that decision at all. I think that actually I do regret not doing it sooner. There you go.
Yeah, because you watched the webinar, I think months before. By the time you got on a call with us, I remember it was
like in June when you had just released it, and we didn't engage until, I don't know, mid-September, right? So
yeah, in August I think you joined. So it was like it took about 3 months.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, man. What about? And I'm just curious because I actually buy with the same kind of criteria as you. Like I got to feel it, and I got to know like is this guy legit? Can I give him money? It's gonna work. Let me ask you. What about the process made you trust? Like what was it? Because we didn't know each other prior to that call.
No.
Right? Like so, what made you trust?
That's a very difficult question to answer because. Here's what I can tell you. I think that it's a feeling. I got the right feelings. Obviously, you already had a track record of success, and so yeah, I did look into that, right? So it's just not anyone that I just engaged with, right? But there was already a track record of success from you. I saw at the time the Elite Speakers Academy you had built, and those things that were available to anyone if anyone looked up, what you had done before. So, but but to be honest, right, there's a lot of people that have also built other businesses like that, right, that I didn't go for, right? So for me, it was just. Yeah, I felt I could trust you when I spoke to you, man. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, it's an honest answer.
Sometimes, it could be a great product, it could be a great service, but if you don't trust the person you're dealing with, people buy people, right? So.
I agree, and that's why I was curious myself. I wanted to ask you how you look at it. And it's almost the same answer for me, man. Just like I feel it. Like I'm like, what does my gut tell me? Well, it's good, man. Like I agree with you. Even I've been programs before and very, very, very expensive high ticket investments. And it's like the make or break was like, doesn't even matter if I know you can help me. More so, do I like just even speaking to you? Do I want more of this? Do I trust it? And so, yeah, man, I'm honored, by the way, that, your gut said like Armin's right, and so I don't think that lightly. I just want to know that's a rare thing, right?
Yeah.
So out of curiosity, from everything, we coach you on in the calls, and the training and the templates we gave you. I give you my whole template for the presentation, the trainings as well on how to build out each slide and everything. What was like the result you got from it now that you have, you went through everything? What was the outcome now that you've gotten from all the coaching?
Well, so there's personal lessons for me there too. I think that for me personally, the lesson is, there's somebody out there, in this case, you and SGC team, right, that has built this already. Just follow it. Like, honestly, just follow it. And it sounds simple and cliche, but, a lot of people don't realize that you just have to follow this process. Like, actually just follow it. If it says, turn left here, go right there, do exactly what it says, right? And that for me, personally, I've been, I'm very action oriented. Like, if you tell me, okay, climb that tree, but you got to do it this way, I'll try to figure out the other way, and I'll probably fall and scrape myself and realize, shit, I should have done it this way anyway. That's just who I am, right? But anyone that's maybe not like that, it's actually, I think that anyone, every good leader has to be a good follower, right? And anyone that's gonna or should engage with you should know that you have a process down path that just needs to be followed. Like, just follow it, If you're going to engage with anyone in the coaching business that has a track record, and it's similar to what I tell my clients, right? We have a proven system, right? Just follow it, but really follow it. Follow it and follow through with it. So I think for me, what your coaching program did is, and first of all, by me not following, I realized I needed to follow it, right? So again, right?
That's the only reason why I took like 4 or 5 coaching calls to see the presentation.
Yeah, exactly. But that's just me, right? I'm thankfully in a stage of my life where I delegate a lot, right? To be honest,
Yeah.
Right? But it was great for me, to be honest, to learn that whole. I felt like I acquired a whole new skill set, with just going through that webinar and making that presentation. It's not how I used to present, so it was a bit out of my comfort zone, I mean, people see the final product, but they don't know how many takes that took, how many hours of lights, camera, action, cut, how many times, that, right? I know that. But no, I think the structure you provide, the step-by-step, the way you have it laid out on your site, module 1, module 2, the handouts, all that stuff combined is what makes it work, and people have to be committed, of course, they have to be committed.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said to you, I don't even know how you found the time. Like, you were one of the most busiest clients I've ever worked with. And yet you still created your presentation faster than some of my students been longer than you in the program. And like, you really just showed me, like, it's just a matter of work, man.
It is.
It's not like some people could I have some students that built the thing in a few days. Well, they also spent all day on it. Then someone like you who only have 1 to 3 hours a week, maybe, and you built it within over a several weeks, coming back on calls, or even for review.
Yeah.
You still did it like faster than some people that just don't have the desire. And, some people watching this interview right now, like, this is organic, real stuff, no BS. And so every program has its fair share of successful students and unsuccessful. Just like you, man, you run a whole team for 20 years now. There's, no matter how much training you give them, how much you do, they're the ones who do well and the ones who don't. And it's never a circumstantial reason why. It's just inside. Like, they just don't get themselves to do it.
Yeah, man, that's part of, I think that, you hit the nail on the head, right? No matter how much support, training, guidance, I mean, some people feel the rain, man, others just get wet, so I know what I want, and I know how you and your expertise has helped me and will continue to, because I'm not going to stop there. But you see, it was a new terrain for me. I mean, I had never automated presentations. I had never built a webinar or a what do you call it, a funnel, and all those things that we've done, right? So I needed a coach. I am conscious enough that I'm not going to, try to do something that I've never done myself without the help of a professional, or someone who's got the track record, right? And that's where, anyone looking at this interview should know that, the best investments one can make are always investments into themselves, and the investment I made with SGC is really for me. It's for me, because I'm learning new skills that are going to take my business to another level,
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, but yeah, sometimes, anyone can cut a check, but it's what you're going to do with the information after, right? Just like,
True.
There are a lot of people can pay for a Harvard education, but what are you going to do after that, right?
Yeah, it's very true. Like, when we get on calls, like, we choose, right? And now you know why, because you even seen the culture in our community, so tight, right? It's like, I bring one rotten egg inside, like, it'll piss everyone off. So to me, I'm protecting the harmony. Like, there's a dozen or one different programs you could join right now on how to get clients. Yeah. And I think we do way more than that. We build a whole business, right? Not just the clients. It's about building your entire foundation. But yeah, man, like, you also hit the nail on the head, right? It's really about it's for you. You got to invest in yourself. It's funny, man. A lot of people join the program. They're like, I want the systems. Then come in, they realize wrong thinking mind with the right system doesn't work. So now we got to work on the person for a few months, because they got to go, well, I didn't even think about this. I didn't think about this.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. So let me ask you this. Prior to joining, you wanted to automate your presentation. You wanted to build a webinar funnel. You were intrigued by that, so you chose us to help you with that. Let me ask you this: as a result of like building this automated presentation, going through the process of doing something brand new, how has that affected like your life in other areas of business or life for you as well?
Well, I think that let me think. So the answer to that would be this, right? Is that it's allowed me to expand my vision. So by me learning how to do what I did, um, it's just opened up more opportunity in my eyes, because I could see how many more applications this could have, to be honest.
Yep.
So yeah, it's what it's done for me. It's expanded my vision. I went from, having a big vision. So I went from here to here, because I know that if I can do it to attract, let's say, prospects or anything I'm after, let's just say, I can do it for many other things, actually, because it's a system that works, so it's the system. So once you understand the system, it's applicable to so many things. So yeah, I mean, my mind, has already gone. I mean, things take time to build anyway, right? But
Of course,
but
good
yeah,
things take time.
my mind, yeah, for sure. My mind is already thinking about many other applications on the same system, right? So yeah, it's expanded my vision for sure.
And I'm asking specifically because like you were already a successful entrepreneur when I met you, right? I work with the people who are beginners, and then I have people like you. You built a multi-million-dollar insurance business, and you did that from sweat equity for decades. So when you came to me, I gotta be honest, man. I'm also honored. Like you humbled yourself, right, in this field of marketing, and you came to me and like you were coachable. In fact, I'm inspired by you because you got people who have done nothing close to what you've done come in my program, and they're arguing with me about a piece of coaching I'm giving them on something to do. Like, oh, why am I doing that? Why shouldn't I do this? And I'm like, man, you would come on, having built literally a multi-million-dollar company. Like you've done this for so long, so much success, your stuff, right? And you have every right to have an ego, right? But you come on these calls and you literally just take it. Sitting there like, I'm like, man, this is crap. You got to change it to here. You're like, yep, okay, no problem. And I'm like, I'm inspired, man. I watch you and I'm like, when I go to programs as well, myself have done well. I'm like you. I'm like, I want to be like Byron. I want to just put my head down and work. Like, I don't care. I'm a nobody. Just tell me what I'm doing wrong and let me fix it. 100%. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Because like I said, in contrast to someone who's not done anything like you.
Yeah.
And they're fighting on the call. I'm like, man. So, I mean, your coachability is breathtaking, but that's also why you create a really good presentation. So I'm excited to see what it does for your business and how, when you start launching, when you build your high ticket funnel out and put it in there, I'm excited to see the kind of business it's going to bring in for you. So let me ask you one last thing real quick. Imagine you never joined back when we talked. Imagine you delayed it and you never actually joined. Where do you think you'd be today with the whole presentation automation thing?
Well, I would probably still be, here's where I would be. I would be throwing money at other things that, I don't know that I would be this confident and excited about the future. Because see, the one thing I believe we should never ever lose is excitement for the future. The best is always ahead. I don't care what anyone's going through. Life it's going to be okay. The best is ahead. Just stay focused, stay committed, and obviously work hard, right? You can't take that out of the equation. Some people forget that, right?
Yeah.
They just want things to get better, but they don't want to do the work, right? But
that's another interview. That's another conversation.
That's another interview. Right? So, but yeah. So I think that I wouldn't be as if I didn't join SGC and I didn't learn what I've learned and be on the verge of exploding in a whole new market, to be honest, of attracting clients into our insurance business.
Right, because we also work with your offering in your market strategy for niching your offer to a specific audience. I forgot about that.
100%.
We totally got clear on your offer and niche.
Yeah, we got focused, laser focused on who.
Yeah.
Who
you
bring, right?
Yeah.
on board, right? So that also eliminated, or it's going to by nature eliminate you know uh, suspects.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that having joined, like I said, expanded my vision, and if I didn't, I wouldn't be as excited about the future as I am right now, thanks to the skills I gained and the lessons I learned, and I continue to learn. I know there's you know and that's why I know that sometimes joining a coaching program, I think what people have to look at is this: if it's one thing you learn, just one thing that can help change your career path, your outcome, and it can improve your situation, then it's paid for itself. You know, um, and what's cool about it is that it's you've set it up in a way where you got your weekly calls, 2-3 hours every Wednesday and Friday. I love how honest you are and you tell people, this sucks, and that's important, but that's important.
I don't always say it like that. I only say it to the ones who need to hear it like that.
And that's also true. You have the ability to know who you're speaking to, so that But but here's the thing, man. I mean, sometimes the truth is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful to deal with just the truth.
Yeah.
Because then real change comes from knowing the truth, and that's why I loved it when you told me, no, man, this is like, like, okay, no problem. I tried.
Well, with you, me and you were different. So,
Yeah.
But you're right, man. Not everyone can handle the truth. You know what, man? You know what I realized? Sometimes you join a coaching program and the coach is very insensitive or unaware of their client, like how the client likes to receive the coaching. Because I've learned the hard way, going on my 5th year in coaching now, working with people, man, everyone's different shapes and sizes, right? And thinking. So I knew when I was talking to you, I'm like, man, you just want straight, no fluff. Like this, I'm like, dude, this sucks. This sucks.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
But then you got other people, and everyone's good. Like, there's nothing wrong with this. But then you got the other people, like, if they hear it sucks, they take it so personal, right? They take it inside, they internalize it, they discourage themselves. They have doubt. Like Armin said it sucks. And it's like, for those people, I've learned the hard way, like, hey, you're doing great. Like, you're doing great. It's just this one thing has to be different. That's it.
You got the sandwich method. Yeah, for sure. I get
100%, man. Yeah, because like I said, I've been a client of other programs, and it's insane what I see in there. Like you got like really like rigid like coaching where the people that are helping, they don't really adjust, and it's so hard to receive the coaching. Like you said earlier, like even if the thing could help and the service is good and it's all great, product's good, if you can't deal with the person, can't trust them, right? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So
you can't work with the coach. Yeah.
You can't. And so that matters, right? Like harmony matters. And so we think about that a lot. So let's end it off with my favorite question, which is, imagine there's someone watching this interview right now and they're on the fence about booking a call with my office to talk about this program for them. And look, we're not going to just take anyone just because they booked a call. Trust me, we cancel many calls every month. I can show you the sales tracker we have. We literally look at it like cancel, because if we see the application is not fit, if we see it's not going to be a good fit, we call in advance. We don't even waste our time. We're like, listen, we're not the right fit for you. We want you to go somewhere else. But if someone's watching this right now, imagine someone even before you joined didn't know what you know now because you're in the coaching you received and you know what it was like. What would you tell that person who's on the fence about, booking a call to find out if this is for them?
I would say, if you have a real value proposition for your coaching business or for whatever you're trying to do, let Armin and his team determine if they can help you. It could be that they are the fit, it could be that they're not. Yeah, but you're never going to know until you give yourself a chance and themselves a chance to diagnose whether or not that you could work with them. For me, I thank myself that I booked the call, because quite frankly, I had a different idea, right?
Yeah.
But because we got to know each other and the conversation, you never know. If you knock on a door, it could be a door of opportunity, and that's why, if you are an entrepreneur or someone or a coach, or you have the desire to help others, but you don't know how or where to start, I can definitely say with confidence and without fear of being wrong that Armin and his team have a lot of value to offer, to help someone set up a coaching business. So give them a chance. Give them a chance to see if they can help you take your business, automate your presentation or whatever it is, the challenge you're trying to deal, to see if they can help you.
Thanks, man. Beautifully said and very calm and confidently said as well. And I appreciate your words, man. Like I know, like I said, you're a busy person. You were a seasoned entrepreneur. There's no reason for you to have to be so humble, so coachable, and so genuine, but you still are. That's why you inspire me. Like when I grow up, I want to be like you. That's what that's what I'm gonna say. So,
I appreciate it, man.
So for anyone watching right now, listen, if you want similar results and similar help as to Byron, get your automation, your business set, get your presentation, craft a presentation that can open a whole new pipeline of leads for you in your business and start helping more people and making a bigger impact, and go ahead and book a call. Don't let anything hesitate you. Listen to what Byron said. At least let us see if it's a fit to work together. There's no obligation to buy things. We're not going to sell it if we don't think it's the right fit. But no, if we know it's a right fit, we're going to do everything we can to help you get over the fears that may get in the way of actually making that purchase decision. So go ahead and book a call if you want similar results and similar help for us to help you in your business as well. And thanks again, Byron, for coming on and spending the time with me to actually share your process and your progress in the business so far and with our program so much, man.
Appreciate it, man. All the best. Happy New Year, brother.
You too, man. And for everyone else, make the rest of your day the best of your day.